Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Siti Asma Isa. My student ID is 00030412036001. I'm from OUMH1303 Learning Center and my course is Bachelor of Early Children Education with Honor. Today, I'm going to make a speech for task UMH 1303 English Oral Communication is informative speech on the topic of movies. So the title of my speech today is about the story of classic Malay films. The purpose of this speech is to introduce to the public that there are many interesting films broadcast on the television screen. Nevertheless, classic Malay movies remain a memory because from the past until now, they are still broadcast at the request of the public. For example, the white and black film, which is still a craze for many because of its many interesting and comedy elements. My speech is informative because that is my title History of Malay Classic Films. Therefore, let's talk about the history of classic Malay movies to introduce the community to the origin of this classic Malay movie. Everyone, the historical background of Malay classic films start from the development of Malay films in Malaya. In the 1913, they were the first two Malay movies played. Laila Majnun 1934 and Nelayan 1938 were produced during this period. Apart from the significant popularity of Malay films and established film production. The origin of Malay classic film begins with the Shaw brothers, who established a chain of theatres in Malaya and Singapore by 1913 and were interested in producing films for the local market. It was then that they started making plans to produce films in Malay in 1937. Film directors were recruited to make films with local Malay actors in Malaya. In 1914, a studio was established in Singapore and the first Malay classic film made in Singapore, Mutiara, was produced by Shaw with Malay actor and Chinese director is Hao Yu and Wan Hao Ling. After that, many classic Malay movies were shown that attracted the public's interest when the classic Malay movies were so based on true stories such as Si Tanggang, Batu Belabat Angkup, Singapura Dilanggar Produk, and so on. Besides that, classic Malay movies are becoming more and more popular. When the appearance of Tan Sri P. Ramlee in 1915, Tan Sri P. Ramlee appeared in his first leading role, which was Krishna's first Malay film. He is the first actor to sing using his voice in the film. Tan Sri P. Ramlee quickly became MFV most important star. Tan Sri Ramli also directed his first film, Pernanik Beca, in 1915 and started a series of bachelor comedy films in 1954, and many more classic Malay movies are becoming more and more popular, both young and old, because there are many lessons they can learn from classic Malay movie. Finally, in the 1960s, the studio experienced many problems due to rising wage competition from other studios, the popularity of foreign films, and the growing public interest in television. Film producers are slowing down, and some stars such as Tan Sri Ramli and Kasmawati are also moving to Malaysia to find better opportunities while reducing Singapore's role as a classic Malay film. Nevertheless, until now, the story of classic Malay movies is always in the public's memory because it is still broadcast on television. In conclusion, the history of classic Malay films is the first film that existed in Malaysia and will always be remembered, even though it was only black and white. It still attracts a lot of people attention because of the interesting storyline and many elements that can be a role model for all walks of life. That's all I have to say here. Thank you, everyone. Bye.